Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. My darling, oh my goodness, we have a massive episode right now that you're about to listen to, and it is a huge topic, weight loss. How do you feel about weight loss? How do you feel about that statement? How do you feel about those words together? It has been a big one for me. It's been one of my biggest challenges. I think I've spoken about it quite a bit on the podcast, that I personally still struggle with my weight loss and the journey that I've been on with that and how I don't give it enough attention. Today on the podcast, we've got some dear friends, Miss Josee and Alicia from Your Way to Weight Loss. They are some Canadian bombshells. They've built an incredible business and community around weight loss your way. Weight loss your way, meaning you get to choose how you do this. You are not putting on a diet or a food plan or punishing your body or working out and killing yourself. We are building a better relationship with weight loss, building a better relationship with food, self-care, self-love. These queens are so up my alley. We've connected through Instagram and we just fell in love. I freaking love them. I was like, are you guys half Puerto Rican? But apparently they're not. They are French and they are Canadian and they are amazing. This is a huge episode. It's about an hour and a half or something like that. We talked a lot. We laughed. We cried. They are so good and so incredible at what they do. I've joined their program. It's not a sponsored post, by the way. I love them. They are actually incredible. A lot of my sisterhood ladies have joined them as well because it's an area that I think, well, those of us who want to lose weight should be able to do so in a healthy, beautiful, positive way with an amazing supportive community. They share their story about how they've both lost, over 70 pounds. It's crazy. These women's story is amazing. They are touching lives of many. And lastly, this week, on Saturday, the 30th of October, the day before Halloween, they are hosting one of the biggest events I've been a part of. They've got 700 plus women in a theater in Canada. I can't believe I can't be there, but I will be there virtually. And you can get a ticket. You can get a real discounted ticket. There is a code where you can use, and all of the links are inside of today's show notes for this episode. So please be sure to check it out. They are incredible. I know you're going to love this episode. Please tag us and let us know. And shout out to all the Your Way to Weight Loss Canadian ladies that have been listening to the podcast. Thank you for being here. Without further ado, here is Josee and Alicia. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the podcast, Josee and Alicia.
No.
We're dying.
Are we really here, Alicia?
I can't
This is like too much.
Oh my God. Okay, so I love you guys and we have connected. Thank you, Instagram. We fell in love with each other and now we're like doing all the fun things. I was on your podcast. You're on our podcast right now. We're doing an event together. Please tell the people, all of the amazing women who listen to this episode, get ready. I hope you're sitting down. And if you're not, like, you sit down and get a pen and paper because these women are incredible and you're going to learn lots today. But tell the people, Josee and Alicia, who are y'all and what are you guys about? What do you do?
Oh my gosh. Josee, you start.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I need to have a moment right now where I'm seeing myself on my walk and I am listening to you for the first time. I'm putting your podcast on for the first time. And I know exactly where I'm at I'm up the road right next to my road. And I am just like, yes. And I like want to take out my phone because I want to take notes. But I'm walking. And then I remember audio messaging Alicia, like, oh my God, like, are you listening to the Queen of Confidence? Like, her podcast is amazing. So for us to be, first of all, you responding to our message. So step one, us being like, we need to respond to her. We need to send her a message for our event. So that's like the first thing. Then you responding and being like our best friend is just a dream come true. And then you being on our podcast is next level, but us being on your podcast. So basically me listening to me, you know what I mean, Leash? You know what I mean, Leash, right? It's not the same as having them on our podcast.
I know what you mean.
Being on someone else's podcast. Like, mind blown. Like, this is amazing. Okay, who am I? Hi,
So
everyone.
thank you.
Yes, that's what we're trying to say.
I'm Josee and I like to talk.
Done. That's it.
That's why we love each other.
I mean, we connect on so many levels, and for your podcast to connect so deeply with a weight loss program that speaks a lot to what we do and to what you do. So your listeners know exactly what you do, right? And for us to right away connect so quickly and so deeply with your message, and we could legit use your words for our message, means a lot to what we do, and your listeners listening, they would totally, I guess, respect our message as well at Your Way Weight Loss, because they obviously respect yours. And anyways, we're just so excited to be here. I didn't say who I am. I'm Josee. I am the founder of Your Way Weight Loss. I'm 35 years old. I'm a mom of two. Is that what you want? I don't know. Alicia and I run a business together called Your Way Weight Loss.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's it. I mean, we listen to your words, and basically you say all the shit that we want to say out loud, but are not yet brave enough to say out loud to the people. And your attitude is just so refreshing. And it's so like, yes, this is hard. Yes, we have obstacles. Yes, we've been through trauma, but like, who cares? Let's do it anyway. And I just like that message to us was just like, owning it. And you were like, you always give space for people to have their moment as well, though. Like, you give it space. You're not like, get over it. You give it space, and then you're like, but this is what happened. Now let's move forward.
The self-awareness piece that we bring to Your Weight Loss, like, you just like made it, like, our members absolutely love you, Erica. And the minute we found you, we shared you on all of our platforms, and it was like, guys, you need to know about this girl, because it's that piece of just the deep reflections, the awareness. I'm telling you, guys, what Erica shares on her podcast is exactly the message that we're trying to share on ours as well. So it was just so, like Alicia said, it's just so refreshing. Oh, finding another woman doing what we do in another world. It's amazing.
Another world. So Josee and I, like she said, run a business called Your Way Weight Loss, and we help women lose weight in a way that you've probably never ever tried to lose weight before. And the reason why we're qualified to do this is we've both lost 70 pounds, kept it off, and we're just regular humans. I'm 39 almost. And I have 3 kids, and we're just moms. We're just regular moms that we're like, let's help other regular moms. We're not like, let's get abs. We're like, let's be happy. Let's feel comfortable in our skin. Let's reach our full potential. And that is the message that we saw that women were missing. And we just wanted to create a space where women could go and feel comfortable in their skin, make themselves a priority. Like, I remember when I first started my journey, I wouldn't even fill up my own water bottle. Like, the kids have organic apples cut up in their little Ziplocs, and I have nothing. I'm thirsty. I'm starving.
Isn't it how it is? We look after everybody except for ourselves. It's really crazy and beautiful to identify that. And I just looked up. So 70 pounds is like 32 kilos. If you're in Australia or you're in the kilo world, 32 kilos. Okay, so take us back. Like, I know that when we first connected, your Instagram handle, like your business, Your Way to Weight Loss. And I think we spoke, Josee, about like how the word weight loss is so triggering to so many women and to the industry. And, it's so weird how we think as humans, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose weight. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And now we've been almost shamed into the self-love anti-lose weight. It's like, what? Hold on a minute. So there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to lose weight, like, that's cool. And a lot of us do. So keep it real with you. But how did this name come about? How did you feel that was going to be the way that you called it? Did you think about how it would trigger people? Did you think about taboo, weight loss, all that jazz?
I mean, so we're going to celebrate our 10-year anniversary in January. And so looking back like 10 years ago, I know, Such a big deal. Oh my God. So anyways, when I started Your Weight Loss 10 years ago, I'm this young 25-year-old, not even a mom yet, right? But I've been through the diet industry for years. I was a baby. So at that point, I had been through the diet industry for years, on many programs, and I had lost the 70 pounds, and I was working for Weight Watchers for 2 years. And for me, it was, I'm sure I loved the passion that I had for helping people who wanted to lose weight for the right intentions, for the right reasons. Because you said something, I don't know if you remember, Erica, but you're like, weight loss can be a beautiful journey. And I was like, yes, weight loss, if with the right intentions and the right reasons behind it, is a very beautiful, strong, powerful journey, especially for women that really want to like claim their life back, you know? Anyway, so for Your Weight Loss has always been the name, although our members right now are like giving their opinion about you should change your name because Your Weight Loss is way more than weight loss. And I'm like, I understand. But ultimately, we almost love being that different piece in the weight loss industry. So yeah, we're a part of the weight loss industry. I would beg to differ that we're a part of the diet industry. But weight loss industry, yep, we are. But we created this space for women because we felt it was missing. There are conversations that are missing right now in the weight loss industry and in the diet industry, but we're having them at Your Weight Loss. So we're trying to be loud. We're trying to be clear about our message while we're in that industry that is taboo, like you said. And that's why thank you again for not rolling your eyes at our message and seeing that it's Your Weight Loss that is sending you a message. And you're like, what is this weight loss? You know, because I know that some people do not even look at our platform, not even look at our message. They just see weight loss and they're like, never mind, don't want to have to do anything with weight loss, you know? So thank you for that.
Yeah. That's huge. That's a huge thing. What about for you, Alicia? Do you feel like the name, did you guys see eye to eye on that? Or were you kind of like, oh, I don't know about this. How does that feel for you?
See, I was not a part of the business until only 5 years ago. So Josee and I were friends. We were teachers together at the same school. And I was going through a completely different journey at that time. I was just having my son when she was starting the business. And I had gone through fertility issues. My husband had cancer. So I was like really like going through my own shit. But I remember her saying, I'm going to do this thing. I'm like, that seems really scary. And I remember her first like pamphlets. She sent pamphlets in the mail with her beautiful face on it and was like, show up and I'm going to talk at you about weight loss. And I was like, this seems like a good idea. And, you know, we were friends the entire time we were friends. And then about 5 years ago, my twins were 1. And I was like, okay, this is it. No one's going to do this for me. I am 230 pounds. I am tired. I'm doing this. Let me join Your Weight Loss. And I lost 50 pounds that year. And she was like, hey, you're ready. Let's do this together. Let's take over the world.
Yeah, it was. Her journey was like, you know, I had been CTV alone for 5 years, running Your Weight Loss in my little community. And I had always wanted to go in a bigger city and where Alicia lived, which is 30 minutes from my small community. But they had been so supportive for 5 years of Your Weight Loss. It was quite big for the small community that I live in. And I knew that it had such potential in the bigger city where Alicia lives. But I couldn't clone myself and I wasn't going to let go of the small community that I had built where I'm from. So when I saw, first of all, she rocked her journey, and not to say it's not her 50 pounds, you guys, if you would have heard her talk and her mindset and her language, I'm like, this girl is ready to help other people. Her mindset was like way ahead. Her physical transformation, it was insane. So I'm like, you're ready. And you know, I want you to open up at Your Weight Loss, in a bigger city close to where I'm from. And she rocked it. The reputation of Your Weight Loss was there because it had been alive for 5 years. And then she just kept it going. And then now we're unstoppable as a duo, dynamic duo.
Batman and Robin, PB&J, all the things.
it's been quite the journey being in the weight loss industry, and especially in 2021, because it is not the same as 2012, you guys. So, I mean, the past 10 years, we've had to grow and adjust and go with the times, but we are still very loud. We needed to be clearer with our message and, I guess more precise and use the right language so the people would know what we are about. And we are beyond weight loss. But at the end of the day, the people do join Your Way Weight Loss because they do want some sort of amount of weight loss in their head, and then we change that language for them. But it is a part of what's the goal, the end goal for them, the weight loss.
Yep. I think we were talking before we started recording this weekend. We did this business women's event, and we had all kinds of different businesses here. And one of the things that I think we do now, especially in 2021, especially in social media, is we call ourselves these crazy convoluted names. No one knows what the fuck it is that you do. I'm a tantric salsa dancing witch of the matrix of the fucking natal chart, astrology, Uranus, fucking Venus. And I'm like, so what do you do? I don't understand. I'm a fucking veterinarian. It's like, what? So I feel like when you say that you do weight loss, that's what you do. So if any personal trainers or people in the weight loss industry are out there, just call what you do. Because one of the things that I love that you guys do is you give people what they want. And that's the key. If you're listening and you're in business, give people what they want. Not what you think they need, what they want. They want weight loss. Okay, come, weight loss. But then when they're with you, you guys give them what they need, which is mindset, which is ritual, which is permission, which is community. They don't know they need any of that. They're like, I need to lose 20 kilos. So I think it's great, and I think it's brave, and I think it's clear that you guys know who it is you're talking to and what people want, but then when they come, you give them what they need. So high five to that. That is a great boss lady move. Don't listen to anybody else because that is perfect what y'all are doing. Talk to me about your personal journey. Like, I know that you both said you lost like 32 kilos, like 70 pounds, 50 pounds. Alicia, how was that like as a child? Did you struggle with weight? Was your family about that? Like, how did you become interested in that? How did you lose that? How did all that happen?
So I was healthy as a teenager. Unfortunately, never comfortable in my body. If I look back, I had a rockin' body, breasts in the right location, did not appreciate them. Imagine if we could appreciate our breasts a long time. Our 17-year-old breasts. If you're listening to this and you're 17, appreciate your breasts, please. But then I went to university, and I had always grown up in an environment where we did not have a lot of junk food in our home. We ate mostly all whole food. And I really struggled to be around junk food and not lose control. And I don't want to say I'm saying the word junk food just because people know what that is, but I do not label food, but I'm going to say highly processed, highly palatable, calorie dense food. I really struggled to have a reasonable amount of that. I did not grow up with that in my home. And then I went to university and I had freedom. And I went to a summer camp where they cooked chicken nuggets on tap. And anyone that's ever gone to summer camp in the States will know that you arrive and there's this table of just deep fried everything, and it was delicious. And I would gain 20, 30 pounds every summer and wouldn't get it off. So I had struggled with my weight from 18 to 33 whenever I'd basically been on a diet from 18 to 33. Keto, Weight Watchers, the grapefruit diet, every diet I had tried it, lost and gained 30, 50, 70 pounds over and over. And then I'm a mom. I have 3 children. My twins were 1 and my son was 3. And I finally said, I'm ready to do this different. I'm finally ready to do this with no timeline, no goal weight. I will prioritize my happiness along the way. And that was it. I just needed to set those intentions for myself in order to be successful.
That is a mic drop moment. I love that so damn much. I love that because of the timelines. I love that because of how long it takes. So to anybody that's watching being like, because I see you guys on Instagram and I'm like, damn, you guys have a rockin' body and you look hot. And Josie's over here just eating, fucking vanilla ice cream sandwiches every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I love that reel. I was like, yes, I want to eat that, but it's so true. We have all these crazy expectations and we don't allow ourselves to, and I love that it's like, when I was 33, I figured it out, and it was only like 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. It's not like it's been this way or it's an overnight success. What about for you, Josee? What happened for you?
Josee, I like it.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get the French going. I don't know.
I like it. You did great. I think it's so interesting how Alicia and I have different backgrounds with being overweight. So it actually brings a good twist to the story. It's not very similar. So most people can relate to Alicia because it was like, no, my whole life I wasn't overweight. And then when I became an adult after having kids, I lost myself. Alicia also had lost herself in motherhood and she really wanted to take care of herself. So I think that a lot of people relate to Alicia's story. Her story is just so inspiring. My story is so different where it starts when I'm really young. So I'm like, let's go back. Josee is 13 and she weighs 220 pounds. So my story goes back to when I'm 13 and I'm starting my first diet. The first time you join Weight Watchers, many people, Weight Watchers is I'm sure you know what Weight Watchers is, Erica. But Weight Watchers in Australia, is it like around the world? I have a question right now. Is it?
It's Oprah. Oprah just killed it. She just made it famous, Oprah, like in any country.
Yeah. In any country. Okay. Any country that knows Oprah knows Weight Watchers. Okay. Got it. But that's what we need. We need Oprah to know about Your Way weight loss. Oprah would love Your Way weight loss. Everyone just saying.
She would love that shit. She would love you. She needs you.
Us.
That's what if she thinks she does, should I say. If she thinks she does, Oprah, we're not trying to offend you, girlfriend, but those ladies can help you. Anyway, I'm going to send this video to Oprah.
I'm sure she watches it. So let's go back. Josee, 13, joins a bunch of weight loss programs and does lose the weight when she's 14. So 70 pounds. I've lost 70 pounds like 2-3 times probably by the time it was like, okay, we're done. But it was really going through, I really lived the diet industry at a very young age. And I have to say, I do think that I have something like special CQV or different in my brain or just my personality, that I wasn't your typical young girl on a diet. I was questioning my diets that I was on. I was like, why do I need to do that? I don't understand these rules. I don't understand why I need to do this. Even Alicia likes the story of me calling one of the diet plans that I was on. I needed to eat chili every day, and I have chili PTSD, everyone. But I will never forget. It was egg whites and salsa for breakfast, chili for lunch, never could eat a banana after 3 p.m. Just these rules that I remember having, and I would question them, and he would not like it. And I'd be like, and I'm 14 or 15, I don't know. And I'm like, I don't understand why I need to eat this, because my goal is to lose weight and keep it off and to be like my friends. I remember saying that. I want to be like my friends, and my friends don't have to eat chili for lunch. So I don't understand why I need to do it. Is it because I am overweight and I need to lose weight? And he'd be like, and he was just like, oh, you're the worst. So he'd be like, okay, well, we can switch it. But and then I'd be like, just eat the chili for sure. He's like, next round, we can change your lunch. And I'm like, but I want to make choices as I go. I want to choose. So I knew from such a young age that there should, a person that wants to change their life should have all the choices. They make the choices of the life they want to create, and it shouldn't be someone else. So anyways, when we started Your Weight Loss, I was actually 20 pounds heavier than I am right now. But I was comfortable in my skin. I was so confident. I had lost the weight. I kept it off. And I felt like I had what it takes and the passion to show up and to help people that wanted to lose weight in a way that they were going to keep it off. Keeping it off has always been our main focus at Your Weight Loss. It's not physical transformation. It even took me a really long time to even share on social media physical transformation of my clients, just because I felt like I didn't like that, that's what I was putting out there. And also I wanted them to keep the weight off. So I didn't want to post a picture. For me, what's going to happen in a year? That's more important. What about in 5 years? How do you feel in 5 years? Not just oh, you got to this milestone of 50, woohoo, confetti and parades, but what happens tomorrow? This needs to keep going. So So, yeah, that's basically, I just always knew there was more to the story than these meal plans. So Your Weight Loss has never given a meal plan. We're very proud of that. That's part of our marketing. In 10 years, we're going to say celebrating 10 years of no meal plans. So we're getting loud with that message.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I freaking love it. I remember here watching this crazy TV show that was all about transformation, and like The Biggest Loser. You know, you guys probably had that there as well. Like all those shows about, and God, do humans love watching that shit, right? We're like, okay, let's get with the woman with her trauma and her story and her eating habits, and then they follow her story, and you know, and then she finally loses all this weight. And she literally, there was one show here in Australia where they did like surgery. They did like their teeth and they colored their hair. And like literally this person who showed up to the show at the end of the show was a whole other person. Unfortunately, their mind was still the same mind. Their thoughts were still the same thoughts. Like, it's like waking up. Can you imagine, if you're listening to this, waking up in another body with another head, with another hair, with everything, but your mind is the same. And the amount of trauma, shock, because they didn't create it, it was given to them. It wasn't like they created this thing. They were a part of it. It was like they weren't even a part of it. So I can hear really that if you don't have what you guys have created in your program, yeah, you can lose the weight. Yeah, you can buy the Gucci bag. Yeah, you can get your lashes done. Yeah, you can color your hair black, whatever you want to do. But tomorrow when you wake up, you still you. And how are you going to be with that air quotes new version of yourself if you haven't developed that mind, that ritual, that being? You're not being her. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds like you guys, from your experience, what an amazing 2 stories, by the way, like that's huge, have said, no, we're gonna help people become who they want to become, not teach them what to do. It's like being.
Very much so. It's who being. Yeah. No. Yes, we're nodding so badly right now. It's about who. Everything about your weight loss is who, not what you're gonna look like, not what you're gonna weigh. It's who do you want to be. Let's show up in our lives as who we want to be, and that includes drinking with your friends. That includes ice cream sandwiches. Who I want to be is the girl that loves her life in a skin that I'm also comfortable in. Like, that's it. There's no look. There's no like, I want to be the person that weighs 147. Like, it's just, we really need to take that part away of it. Yeah. The language, the noise, we call that noise. The diet industry has put a lot of noise and trauma almost, in our minds. And we're like, weight loss is not a game. So Biggest Loser is a game that everyone wants to win. Same as like, when they do things at work where it's like a weight loss competition at work where everyone gets weighed and there's like, everyone puts in $2 in the pot and then they like win at the end. That for me is just like, what are we doing? Like, that's short term. That's just who's going to be the winner. That's not the proper intention. So that's certainly not what we preach at Your Weight Loss.
No timelines. I actually had a conversation with someone on the playground the other day that was telling me that they did that and they're like, oh, I almost won. I took laxatives to, the night before, like not drinking water. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, no wonder we're struggling so much with this part of our lives. And we also grew up at the age where our mothers were like really dieting. Do you know what I mean? I wonder if our children, it will be different because it's different now. But we grew up at the like prime dieting time that our mothers were dieting, but we were also listening and dieting.
Yeah. It's so conditioned though now. Like, I think about some of the ladies that work for us have 12-year-olds and 14-year-olds, and like they have social media, right? And it's like, we never had social media, and we never had, and even us, look at our platform. We have a lot of followers in our platform, a lot of audience members. I'm not used to 55,000 people commenting and telling me what they think I should be doing and swearing and not swearing, and that they like my hat or they don't like my hat. Like, we haven't grew up in a tribe of 55,000 people to comment on how we look and how we should feel. And I think there's such a deep conditioning, that we're just not even, some people aren't even aware of, that I still think tan skin looks better than my white skin. And that's bullshit because my white skin is great. I'm a white skinned Puerto Rican girl, very white, like, like very light skin when I'm not tan, and I don't like it. And it's not because my white skin's bad. It's because I've been conditioned to see tan and the sun and the beautiful color and how that looks, and I look prettier and I'm skinnier and all the bullshit. And even me, I'm a coach and this is what I do. And I know I'm conditioned. I'm aware of the conditioning. And I think, do you feel like the women that come to you or the women that want to work with you, do you feel like they're aware of their their conditioning? Do you feel like they're aware of their triggers? How do you feel that awareness-wise, besides I want to lose 5 kilos or 10 pounds, do you feel like that mindset side is aware?
That's actually that's actually a big part of what our program offers, Erica. It's self-awareness. So I would say that I'm sure Alicia can share what she thinks, but I think she would agree that I'd say 99% of people that come in aren't aware that they're lacking self-awareness. Like they don't, self-awareness is a really hard thing to learn, because it's you with you and it's reflecting and then, realizing that you're lacking it. And so we provide tools for people like you come in. We don't give you a meal plan, but we definitely give you tools and strategies for you to start knowing yourself. So you have a full program. You have a legit tool. We call it the 7-day lifestyle challenge, where we really push you to start thinking about how you feel during your day, how you feel about your day as well. Do you know what you consumed today, or are you even aware? Do you look at that? And it's not to judge. There's no judgment. It's just, let's create more awareness towards you and your life.
They come to us in all different levels of awareness. And some people come to us and they're like, yeah, I just want to lose weight. Don't make me think about it. Don't make me think about who I want to be. I don't care. I just want to weigh this much. Tell me what to eat. And you're like, nope, that is not what you signed up for. So, it's almost, sometimes they walk in and they don't even realize they've lost themselves. They don't realize who they are. And I'm like, but who do you want to be? What's important to you? And they've completely lost. They're like, I don't know. Is it important for you to eat the same meal as your family? Is it important for you to eat lots of veggies? Is it important for you to move your body? Do you value that? And they haven't even ever given themselves the chance to ask themselves that question. And we provide an opportunity for them to do that.
And the reason for this, for all of that, for them not to know themselves or don't even know how, tons of people are like, I don't know how to create weight loss for myself. And I do think it's because the weight loss industry, all the diets they've ever done, they needed to fake it to lose weight. They needed to legit separate who they are from their weight loss journey. So it's weight loss journey on the side and then their life on the other side. So that's why sometimes, when you hear things like, I'm just too busy. I don't have time. This is not the right time. It's because you see weight loss as something that's separate from your everyday life. And we don't blame you. The reason you feel that way is because every single time you had to lose weight, you needed to legit put your life aside, your happiness aside, who you are aside, because the person trying to help you to lose weight is like, hey, eat this, think this way, come here, I'll get you this physical transformation. Buddy does not care about who you are. If you have kids, if you feel tired, they don't care because you paid them to have a physical transformation. So they're like, you're here and you want to lose weight? Well, I'm going to give that to you. And they just don't have those proper conversations. Now, that's not our conversation. We're like, okay, so you joined your weight loss because you want to lose weight in a way that your happiness, your priorities, and your values are taken care of, and that you don't want to gain this weight back, So we need to our approach from the get-go is definitely not as you've had in the past, for sure. So it can feel different. Shouldn't it feel different? Don't we want different results? Right? Shouldn't it? It should feel different. That's what we want.
And our purpose on this earth is so much bigger than being as thin as possible. Your purpose is to be a mom. Your purpose is to be a badass entrepreneur. Your purpose is to be a wife, a friend, whatever. We all have purposes on this earth. And it's almost like when we try to lose weight before, we put everything else aside. Every single thing. Couldn't go out for my birthday. Couldn't do this because it's this, this, and this. And it's like, no, how about we take all of you, all of your purposes and figure out how to make them coexist. Are you going to be the thinnest that you've ever been? Probably not. But are you going to be the happiest? Yup. Let's work towards that.
Oh my gosh, I love this. It's so crazy too, because I think that you're right. Like, we go to these extremes to fix this one problem, but it's very symptom. And obviously, what a perfect discussion in our world. We're in a pandemic right now, and every country is struggling with this in different ways. But here in Australia, and my husband is in fitness, and he's always been in fitness. And even though he doesn't personal train people anymore, he's still a body movement, mind and body connection person. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the doctors look at our bodies as like a machine, and then the science looks at our brain as a machine. And it's like, we have to still remember that we're a being, we're a human, we're a person, we're a part of this major ecosystem, and mind-body connection is fucking everything. And so I feel like our health and our wellness isn't how skinny we are. And I know you guys believe the same, but it's like, what are you thinking? Do you think you're a piece of shit? Do you hate yourself? Do you hang out with negative ass people? You know, are not only what are you eating and smoking and drinking, but like, how is the inner health, like your mindset? How is your heart space? How is your womb space? Whether you've had kids or not, like, how are you energetically internally? How are you, like, there are some skinny people who are so sick, you know, are so unhealthy, and we're so worried about, I know in Australia, not catching COVID. Oh, as long as I don't catch COVID, everything's fine. It's like, no, that's not the worst thing that could happen. The worst thing that could happen is your ass is unhealthy as fuck. You're smoking cigarettes, you're drinking alcohol, you're numbing the fuck out, you're in a relationship you hate, you don't love your friends, you people please your ass off, and you do work that doesn't light you up. And then you die, and that's your life. And I'm like, what? So I love that you're like, we're going to go to the core, not treat the symptom. It's like, what's the root cause?
Oh, absolutely. We go, and that's why, like, we kind of take a back door to weight loss. We're almost like, okay, let's go deep to like maintenance, like you being at your best, and let's go to who that person wants to be, and not go like, what do you want for breakfast tomorrow morning? It's like, okay, live your life in a way that is fulfilling and that will get you to who you want to be at the end, not what you're going to look like, not what you're going to weigh. And it's just so important that people realize. So we work on language. That's like kind of how we say it. So we work on people's language. No one's having this conversation in the world right now in the weight loss industry. All they're thinking about is like, okay, yes, if you eat this, if you don't eat that, then you'll look like this. But the thing is no one's putting on the table the conversation of the language people are using in their head. There's so much value in the proper language, more than the proper food consumption or the health, the type of food you're eating. What you are saying to yourself is and can be more damaging than whatever you can put in your mouth. Like, it doesn't matter. You ate one Oreo, okay? Perfect example. You eat one Oreo. Nothing happens. Like, you are not a bad person. Nothing bad happened. If you say, I suck, might as well eat the whole box. See how your language is more damaging, and then you end up eating the whole box. And yeah, for sure, a whole box of Oreos is quote unquote not as good as one Oreo. But what led you to eating that box? Your language, the way you spoke to yourself. Like, Alicia and I are our own hype girls. Like, I rarely talk shit about myself. Rarely. I'm just like, if I make a decision, I'm like, girl, that was good. Okay, now we want to feel good in our skins. What can we do? Like, it's just like I'm my own best friend. Like, I would we ever like keep talking shit to our best friend over and over? Remember that time I told you I didn't like your hair? I'm just telling you again. Don't like it today again. You know, like, we wouldn't do that. Like, just keep repeating shit to your best friend. Today.
Yeah. You'd have no friends.
Yeah, and that's a big part of too has been and the language behind our bodies and the way we talk to ourselves has been a big part of our conversation in the past year as well. And that self-love piece, and just really taking the time to appreciate where you are right now and the good and the things you love, and not just look at the bits and pull your skin out and all of those things. And we went through our own kind of self-love journeys. And as much as most of the bits you see on Instagram are good, we have our extra bits, you know, like there's extra stuff there. And we worked at loving ourselves and having that conversation. And I guess what kind of sparked the whole Choose Happy movement is we needed people to realize that happiness and thinness are not coming together. That we need to stop waiting for the future to be happy. When I get that job, when I get that promotion, when I have X amount of money in my bank account, when I get a new car, a new house, when I lose the weight, people are waiting to be happy. And we're like, no way. We need to live every single day to the fullest because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly.
Legit don't know.
Exactly.
Legit.
Yeah, we're just waiting to see what's gonna. I'll tell you, I'm in the future, and I'm still waiting to.
I'm in the future. Oh my God, that's funny. I love when Alicia said like that Choose Happy movement. You know, when we sat down and we were planning our year at Your Way Weight Loss, like that's how we do it, you guys. Like we sit down and we plan with what humans need to hear, what humans need to think about and start, you know, what we feel they need. And when we sat down in March and we planned our whole year, in the summer, we did everything that had to do about really enjoying your summer as a normal human, going out, going at the beach, loving your body and all of that. That was the whole theme. And then I was like, what should we work on from September to December? We like to do like 3 big themes a year. And I'm like, people are struggling to be happy right now, Leash. Holy moly. They just like are waiting and everyone's like it's always autopilot, the same friggin' thing. I'm sure we see it on Facebook. It's like always the same story. I'm so tired of talking about it. It's like always the same thing. So I'm like, people need to like, if you have, negative thoughts or disappointments or sadness or whatever, those are emotions that every human's going to feel. But choosing to stay there, choosing to like keep replaying the same message over and over. So you stay sad, you stay unhappy, you stay annoyed. That's a choice. Like that's language that changes that. And it's not a different life or I wish I had her life because if I had her life, I wouldn't think this way. Nope. Sorry, I've been thinner than I've been right now, and I was not my own hype girl, and I was picking my body apart. So it's not a look. It's just you choosing that I'm done. Like, I want happiness.
Hey, this is a little intermission from me to you. I just really quickly wanted to invite you to pretty please head over to thequeenofconfidence.com/podcast. If you are enjoying this podcast, I would love for you to review it. Let me know what you think. I love honest opinions. It helps more women reach this podcast. So pretty please head over to thequeenofconfidence.com/podcast or go to Apple iTunes and leave me a beautiful little review. I would love and appreciate it. All right, sister, let's get back to the episode. Back in the day when I was a stylist, I remember my client, and she was a size 22. And then she became a size 18. Now I took her shopping. I remember being in the shop with her, and I was grabbing her size. And she was like, no, I can't wear that. I'm like, this is your size. Like, I measured you. I know this is your size. We're shopping. And she couldn't believe in her mind. She had lost this weight. And in her mind, she was still very much a size 22. She was still very much, that's who I am. She had lost all the weight. And it's so crazy. A lot of coaches talk about this, like, what's going to change when you lose the weight? What's actually going to change? Oh, my whole life. And it's like, really? What's actually going to change? If I lose 20 kilos right now or 10 kilos, which I would like to lose 10 kilos, right? Cool. What's going to change? Nothing. I'm going to have to go shopping. I might get a little hype and blow, woo! And that's fucking it. I'm still going to have the same husband, the same life. I'm still going to love my life. I'm still going to have to brush my hair and wash my ass. Nothing is going to change. No one's going to go, hey, you're fucking amazing. Hey, you're so much more worthy now. Like, that ain't going to happen. Can you speak to that? Because I think we think that's magically going to happen.
I mean, there's no magic, as we know. And it's funny that you said the word worthy, because I actually personally, over the last couple years, struggled with kind of imposter syndrome almost. Like, am I enough to be Alicia from Your Way Weight Loss? And probably from the outside looking in, most people are like, of course you're enough. But I'm like, but am I thin enough? And, you know, Josee like had this pep talk with me. She's like, do you realize how happy you are? Look at yourself. You love your life. You are so happy. Why do you think 10 more pounds, 20 more pounds is going to make you happier. And it was like I was waiting for that moment to feel worthy. And I had this real cheesy moment, but Erica, I know you could appreciate it. I like looked at myself in the mirror one day and I didn't look at myself physically. It was like I took in the Alicia that I hope other people see. And I looked at myself as like a mother and a Your Way weight loss person. Yeah, it was real cheesy and I'm getting teary-eyed thinking of it. But I was like, wow, like it was the first time I said, like, you're beautiful. Like, I really felt beautiful. And it wasn't a physical beauty. It was just like the whole package beauty. And I just then let go of like the next bits.
We both needed to go through some sort of fully embracing our bodies in order to be able to help the other humans do it. And we all took our time, whatever time that took for us. And for me, the pandemic really brought something weird in my brain or very beautiful, I should say, not weird, but beautiful, but it certainly is cheesy, as Alicia said. But guys, if you're like, where do I start to, appreciate or, create better body image? It's all in your language. Like there's no magic, there's no guide. It's just you looking at you and the things you're saying. And it's one day at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time. And so people are like, we see you look way happier. We can tell that you're getting very comfortable in your skin. What happened? And I'm like, I just started to change the language, you guys. That's it. And I truly believe that's it. I mean, that's work. You have to like daily, like you want to pick yourself apart. I still sometimes like, it's for like a tiny second. And then I like, oh, shut that up. No time for negativity. You look great. You feel great. Go ahead, girl. Have a great day. But it would be the same for weight loss, you guys. You need to, you're like, what do I need to do? You need to start changing your language and your relationship around weight loss. What does weight loss mean to you? Why do you say you keep wanting it yet never achieving it? Like it's those deep conversations. It's a relationship that you need to start building and working on. That's all it is. That's what weight loss is with the right intentions. Weight loss is not, I'm going to start a new grocery. I'm going to throw everything out in my pantry. I'm going to be this like person that like will look like that. That is not what weight loss should be today. Weight loss today for you should be simply going in and saying, I want to change the way I'm talking about weight loss, my relationship with myself. Because weight loss is a relationship with yourself. Like that's all it is. It's you creating a better relationship with yourself. Done. It's not for anyone else.
Getting bitch slaps right now.
And do you know what Jose says? Like, do you know what Jose maybe didn't even realize? Like, and it hurt me to watch Jose not love herself as much as it hurts her to see me, because I saw her beautiful, but then she would send me videos of her skin on her legs. And she decided that she was going to accept them. And one of the first things that I noticed her doing was not talking. So if you guys want to start appreciating your own bodies more, stop talking shit about other people's bodies. Stop picking other women apart. I'm serious. And stop commenting on what people are wearing. Don't comment on anyone's bodies. Don't talk shit about what they decided to put on their body, even if you think it's too small, too tight, too short, whatever. You know what? I see Jose doing it now. She's like, look at that girl. Yes, girl, get it. And, and it's like so inspiring. And I'm like, oh, look at them with their nipples. Their braless nipples. Look at them go. Great for you.
Alicia has something about free to nip. Her dream one day is to be able to just not wear a bra, where that's like my nightmare because I only have nipples for breasts. So like I need to wear a bra so that I can at least pretend to the world that I'm not a 13-year-old boy, and her breasts are not at the appropriate location. So she can't, she's not ready to let them go yet. But you guys, this is like so cheesy shit, but it's like us being real. That's another thing that we do at Your Way Loss. Like we are so transparent and so real and so authentic and so ourselves. People know I hate cooking. They know Alicia cooks. We roll our eyes at each other, but they love it. People know that I eat ice cream sandwiches every day and that's just what I do. Like, and I've realized that there's so much value into showing up on social media as you. It's so refreshing, huh? Oh, true fun. What? It's just but fun. No stress. No like, I said that wrong. Whatever. It is who I am. But I think you'll enjoy this story, Erica. in February, right before the pandemic, I am standing naked in a surgeon's office, asking him to fix the loose skin on my legs. Like, and I'm like, maybe this, maybe that. And I'm picking myself apart, and I am like, I have a rockin' body, you know? Like it's, you know, I don't have excess fat. I'm at a great goal weight. I feel healthy. I feel happy. And I know I'm quote unquote good enough, but I'm standing there and I'm like, make me better, almost like fix the little things, fix the little, you know? And so he legit, and I will always remember that. He's like, the scar that I would have to do on your legs would be worse than what I'm seeing with my eyes. Like, there's nothing wrong with your legs. So for him to like say that was like, yes, he was like, I really don't want to do scars on your legs. Like, you're a 35-year-old mom. You should be very proud of the body you have right now. Like, let's not touch those legs. And Leash was going through her own thing.
I was scheduled for surgery in April, but the world shut down in March. And I was going to get skin removal on my stomach, and I would be a great candidate for that. I have a lot of loose skin. And here's what I want to say, though. Anyone that chooses to do this, I could not support you more. Just like the girl that I see without a bra and the girl that I see with a short skirt, you go, girl, I support you. But my intentions was to love myself more by removing my skin. And I am so happy that I didn't do that, because maybe I will one day, but not to love myself more. That's the difference. I am worthy as I am right now. If I choose to do that later, and if anyone chooses to that, I so support you, but it's not going to make me happier, and I am not going to love myself more with less skin.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like that when I get that, then I'll be this. And it's like, no, it's like if you can't love what is now. I think I did a podcast ages ago because I never talked about body image. I think I've only done 2 podcasts about it, which is weird. But at one of them that I did, and it was a request, it was like loving your today body. And I was just like, I think you guys would love that one. And it was like, if you're going to send hate to this vessel that you call your body at whatever fucking weight it is, you're going to send hate to it, and you're going to dislike it and talk bad about it. Any mechanism that you send hate to, any organism that you send hate to, and you shame it, is going to give you the middle finger and be like, screw you. Why should I do anything you want me to do? Like, you're treating me like shit. You're being terrible to me. And it's like, how do we start to love and accept what is? And I know I can hear you out there listening to this going, okay, give me some strategies. Like, what about me? I'm feeling like this. How can I love my body? Blah, blah, blah. When people come and work with you or watch you guys, and obviously we highly recommend you go and follow them on socials and do all the things. We're going to put everything in the show notes. But when people find you and what are some of the things that they want? They ask you, like, how do I do what you guys have done? How do I lose the weight? How do I love my body as it is? What can you speak to that?
See, it's a hard one because, you know, we're obviously here for people that do want to lose the weight and do want to transform their life in that way, right? And it's that conversation, it's that balance between you need to love yourself, but also we understand that you also deserve, if weight loss is a part of you feeling better in your skin, you deserve it. When we say everyone deserves weight loss, that's not entirely what we mean. We say everyone deserves to feel good in their skin. So that movement that you talked about at the beginning of the podcast, that's like, you know, frig weight loss is almost taboo to everyone. That's unfair, because you know what? Some people do deserve, we all deserve to feel good in our skin. And we're not saying you all deserve to fit, you know, to weigh 150. We just say 150 pounds. Don't know how many kilos that is, but you get what I mean? I always use that number because it's like the like typical women size that women are like, if I weighed 150, they like would love it. But anyways, I just feel like you should be losing weight out of love for yourself. Like,
and I was going to say that women are afraid. Sorry, Josee. Women are afraid to love themselves. They think the only way to make a change is to hate their bodies and to change. But we need to love ourselves enough to change. You like it, guys, if you're listening to this and you've been hating your body for years, dieting for years, please stop doing that. It's not working. Trust us that when we tell you that you can love yourself enough to fill up your own water bottle. Love yourself enough to stop at the store for yourself. Love yourself enough to take a little bit of extra time for you.
Fuck, that's so true. That's so true. We want to hate ourselves into it. And I think that all the marketing tells us that. It's like, if you're not this, you can't be happy. I want to segue into this because I feel like it's important and it is very fucking taboo. And if you're being triggered right now, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, let's talk about the bullshit that it's like, I love my body as is and I don't want to lose weight, but internally they do. Now, does everybody tell us they internally do? No. So we're not saying that we know that everybody who appears to be overweight wants to lose weight. That's not what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is I personally know my friends, I know people, I know clients that I coach who are not happy. I know they're not happy. How do I know? They hate their jobs. They're in fucked up relationships or they're single as hell and they're miserable and lonely, especially during the pandemic, right? They have no boundaries with themselves. They emotionally eat and they numb out of food. Then they feel shameful and guilty for doing that, which is horrible that they feel that, right? They pick apart other women that are too skinny. Oh, girl, you're too skinny. And if you say anything, they compare their weight to you. No, well, at least you're not like me. You're not this. But a size 22 is like, well, to 18, you're skinny. 18 to 16 is like, oh, you're skinny. 16 to fucking, and this comparison keeps happening. So if there's, and this is the shit that, and we talked about it when we were going to talk about this podcast, it is triggering because there are people who want to lose weight and are telling themselves, no, I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. But at the end of the day, when you are by yourself, and you are alone, only you know the truth. And I'm going to say it's me, honestly. I look at my tummy and I'm like, oh, I want to tighten it a bit. Oh, I've gained weight. I know I've gained weight recently. I can feel it because I haven't put my food in my body first. So can we talk to that? Because I don't think that that's powerful. I don't think it's helpful to tell yourself a lie because you don't want to be a part of the weight loss industry. When the reality is you're a part of the other industry, which is the numbing out and processed food industry. So you're still a part of the fucking industry. Can we talk about this? Because this shit is lighting me up right now.
Okay, so there's two pieces to this conversation for me. Number one, we are not having the conversation of what happens when you have extra fat on your organs and your joints. Like, I am sorry, but our bodies were not meant to carry around that much extra fat. It is not healthy. It is precursors to so many diseases. Like, it is limiting your life. So that's like one conversation. The other conversation, I could never be in someone else's head. I can't say that I am you, but I was you. And I lived my life pretending that, not realizing how much of my life was being affected by my weight. And I didn't realize that even going to a party, being a teacher, every single aspect of my life was affected by my weight because I didn't have energy, because all I was doing was thinking about are people looking at me, obsessing over food. So I guess that's the two pieces to the conversation is, I guess I would say, are you really happy though? Have you had both lives? Have you had both? Have you felt great in your skin? And then would you still choose this? I don't know.
Yeah. And I love that you're not saying it's a certain weight. So we ain't saying that it's a certain weight. It's not like you got to weigh this, you got to weigh that. Hell no. I feel like I'm curvy and I love being curvy. I would never want to be straight up. I love J-Lo, but then sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I'd be happy in J-Lo's body. And I know that sounds crazy because everyone's like, I want J-Lo's body. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to, I don't know. So we're not saying a number or percentage. We're talking to those of you out there and we're being vulnerable. I'm being vulnerable saying I'm definitely one of those that would have said, no, I don't care. But the reality is when I'm fucking alone and I get naked and it makes me like emotional thinking right now, today, October 12th, where we are right now in the world, 2021, if Hamish, my husband, touches my stomach when we're having sex, I move his hand. Like, I move his hand. Erica, the Queen of Confidence, 2021, October 12th, I move my husband's hand. He doesn't know about that, but now maybe he listened to this and he knows I don't feel comfortable. So that to me directly says, honey, baby girl, what's happening? What is that? If that could speak, what would it say? What would that shit say? It would say, hey, I need attention and I don't want to be here and I don't feel comfortable. So can we do something about how I'm uncomfortable and you're highly stressed and you're not working out? And it's not that I eat fucking McDonald's. So I'm saying I'm being honest and vulnerable. So if you know yourself in your head when you're alone at night or in the shower and this is coming up, it's an invitation. It's an invitation. Josee, tell me.
I mean, that's an invitation for you to make a choice. So Erica, you could be like, So that's self-awareness, you recognizing and you having a conversation with yourself. And now the world that you take your husband's hand off of your belly, you now have a choice to say, do I want to change the language around my belly? Or do I feel like I could show up in my own life feeling, because it's not like a number is going to make you love your belly, you know, or a look. It's just like, I feel like I've been showing up in my life with more control, more confidence. I feel like I'm feeding my body more in a way that I want to. And then bam, I like my belly. Like the belly probably looks the same and your husband knows zero about how your belly feels and could not care less, but it's all about a feeling. See the difference here? The thing is as well is when people say, but I love my body, so I don't want to lose weight. I think that it's mostly they're thinking, I'm really trying to convince myself to love my body because being on a weight loss journey is so depressing and sucks. So I think it's more the perception of what weight loss has really drawn people away from actually even trying. And so they're like, instead of me starving myself, feeling deprived, all of the feelings, like right now, I wish I could like hug these people that think they need to like feel all of those feelings and live that life to lose weight. That's not true, you guys. Like you can. So I wrote down here, like, I do think that the people that try to convince, and again, there are some people that are not convincing themselves they actually really do love their bodies. We're not talking to you. We are talking to the people that keep saying out loud, but know deep down that if they could get a 50-pound pass, they would take it. So that's how you would know, you guys. If someone gave you a 20-pound pass, would you take it? If the answer is no, ma'am, I just love my body the way it is, perfect, you're that person. I think that 90% would take the pass, 100%. Because why? Not because of a look, because they're like, I would love to have that feeling of like, like I'm more comfortable in my skin. I can sit down maybe with the seatbelt. Like there are things that we sometimes forget that our weight is really keeping us back. So I do think that when people say, like I'm just going to love my body, it's because of their perception of what weight loss looks like. And they just don't want to even embark on that journey. And unfortunately, I don't blame them because I mean, if you've only known diets your whole life and you've only felt deprivation and feeling hungry and kind of like not yourself, I wouldn't want that either. You deserve to be yourself. So here's what I have to say. Please know that you can coexist who you are with weight loss. Please know this. Every single one of you can coexist who you are and lose weight at the same time. You don't have to lose yourself. You don't have to be fake. You don't have to let go of all the things that bring you so much happiness. I can guarantee you, if you just started to change your language and your relationship around weight loss, are you going to end up with abs? I'm going to tell you, probably not, because you know what? Most humans don't have abs. Most humans don't. So then chances are that's not where you're going. But you know where you're going? You're going towards the body that you're going to feel comfortable in. And that you are like, man, my life is friggin' epic. Like I love when Alicia said this on our podcast that came out today. Our podcast, wasn't it great, Alicia? I loved it so much. Our podcast today was about our happiness. And it was such a good podcast, you guys. Alicia said, she's like, she said, when I was overweight and I was obese, I would go out with my friends, fun, Alicia, fun. Okay. But she said, I would do all those fun things in a body that I was not comfortable in. So she's like, people wouldn't know, but I would like, try 7 outfits and be like, oh man, like you're sweating while you're changing. You know, you guys know. If you know, you know.
My husband tells me that I look fine. And I yell at him and I say, this is not fine.
So she was going through that. And then you see me on the other end where I told you I was thinner than this. But that was me there was a point where I was trying to get a look. And I was not thinking of fun Josee. And then, that was not my best life. So I've invested in a good 7-8 pounds where no one could care less if my abs show less. No one cares, law. And I'm living the life that I've always wanted, I can plan vacations without anxiety and thinking, oh no, I'm going to gain, 4 or 5 pounds on this vacation. I was that person for many years. And so now I can live the life of my dreams where I feel like I eat what I want. You know, when people say that, I just want to eat when I want. Okay, well, I mean, what is that? How can we coexist that life with a body that you feel comfortable in? So that is all we want for you guys. It exists. It exists.
I love that. I love that. You know what I love too? When you earlier we were talking about who you want to be, right? And this, I think we do this across the board, right? People do this with me. They're like, Erica, if I was only as confident as Erica with her hat and her swears and her pink wall and all this. And I'm like, the behind the scenes of what it takes to be confident after my fucked up life is a lot of work and a lot of mind and a lot of language and a lot of what I believe and a lot of who I know myself to be, showing up as her every day. And we talked about this when I was on your podcast, which we'll also put a link to in the show notes. You better check these show notes. They're going to be hot today. So when I came to your podcast, I was like, I've had an issue with my weight loss since, I think the same, Alicia, since after having my babies, especially I had a hernia and then my belly button went weird. And it's so funny that to me, my belly button doesn't look how it used to look. And it's a physical eyeball look. It looks like a weird, I don't even know whose belly button it is. And then the whole area that's a problem for me is my stomach. So then I'm like, who the fuck's belly button is that? What stomach is this? Who is that? I just disassociate from that whole part. And so I shared on that episode with you guys how I know confidence. I know owning who you are. I know standing in your power. I know pink wall. I know being fully expressed. I know building a business and making fucking money and showing up, right? I don't know how to be the best mother in the world. I am still figuring that out. I know shit all. Like, I know nothing about weight loss and owning and really owning and moving my body. And I said that to you guys. And I have joined Your Way to Weight Loss. So you better all join, because you can join me in the Facebook. It's the best. And I'm like, I need help with this area. So I think it's important that you have perspective if you're listening or watching this, that you look at them and they're like, wow, their weight is sorted. But there are so many, I say to my clients, don't look at me in every other area of my life. There's other areas of my life that are not fucking perfect and sorted. But in this area, what I know and what I'm masterful at, it is. So if you're listening to this and you're like, how do people do this? Easy for you, easy for them. It's all the head. It's all the mind. It's all the thoughts. There is so much that we don't want to do. We live in this economy of like, or this society of yesterday. I want to drive through. I want results now. I don't want to work hard. I don't want to experience any kind of difficulty or uncomfortableness. And I want it now. And it's like, no, boo, you don't get to have the life, the body, the relationship. Look we all married. That shit is a full-time gig. It is a job. Being a mother is the hardest job in the world, as if it's going to be easy. Which parallel universe are we trying to live in, that having the feeling good in our body, having great relationships, making a lot of money, working for ourselves, having children, and working with 8 billion other humans on planet Earth is going to be fucking easy? Like, it is not.
This is exactly what's happening in the diet industry, is that they're trying to sell you what you want to hear. So we, like, in terms of our title is Your Way Weight Loss, but then people come in and find us and then they're like, but like, what are you going to do? What are we going to eat? What are we, and it's like, that's when we're like, okay, perfect. You're here. You've made it here. Watch a few lives, watch a few videos. And then they start loving us, Alicia and I, and they start really connecting to our message. And then they start understanding. I love, someone just commented on one of my TikToks, is like, I did a TikTok of, it's like, so you're telling me that I need to fix a problem that I created? And that's like basically what we would say to our members, like, you need to fix a problem that, like, because we're not going to tell you what and what not to eat and whatever. And then so basically that's how like some members react to the type of program we have. And I'm like, trust me, it's the only way out. It's the only way through. It's the right way. It's the best way. And someone commented, who's obviously a member, and she's like, when it clicks, it clicks. This program is everything I've ever wanted, and it is supposed to click. But what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that those 6-week, detoxes and lose 10 pounds fast, they're saying they don't even know you. Like, think of like just the rational, being rational with the words. I mean, they don't even know who's reading this thing. Maybe I don't even have 15 pounds to lose, and you're saying I'm going to lose 15 pounds fast. It's like, they're just like generalizing weight loss. Like, I'm just going to make this like epic statement, lose 15 pounds fast. You don't even know who's reading this and who's like, does this just for everyone, every single human. You can promise that. Come on. But they're just trying to tell you what you want to hear. So Alicia and I, our approach is a bit different. It's not sexy till it is. We always say that. Your weight loss is not sexy until it is. Yeah. So we know it, and we go with it, and we say it out loud, and we keep showing up.
Yeah, we keep showing up. I love that you said that. And you're right. Like, you know, being the wife I want to be, being the mom I want to be, being the person I want to be. I'm really in touch with that every single day. And all of us are, every single one of us sitting here in front of me are. We are in touch with who we want to be every single day, and we continue to show up. But here's and some people are like, oh, I have to think about this every day. Yeah. But now I get to do this in a skin that I feel super comfortable in. And I get to live this beautiful life. So it's like the connected piece, which I think is what's amazing about our program, is our community as well. I always say it's like my favorite corner of the internet. You must see that with the sisterhood, the power of community.
Yeah, especially not doing this by yourself, because it's so hard already. It's like, and you realizing that you're with other people and your group is so connected and so positive and so inspiring. And I've never seen I've been in many weight loss groups and diet groups and apps that you get. And it's so that before and after and the comparison and the, oh no, I'm not there yet. And this is like, hi, do you want to see my life? Welcome to my life. This is my life. This is what I do in my life. I live my life. It's not such a reactive situation. And so obviously you guys are going to attract the most incredible women, and you have, because you guys you need your own TV show. Please go listen to their podcast because they're hilarious. Both of you are like your own personalities, and it's great to watch. And I think you're right, Josee, like when people hear you, they're like, oh, I love her story. I resonate with her. They're mothers. I fall in love with these people, and they're going to teach us these things, and they're going to take us through this. And you've had the actual experience. And it sounds like you're reminding, and this is what we talk about as well in the sisterhood, like, who do you want to be? And are you being her? And what would she do? If you could, I think there was another podcast I did called What Are You Going to Do Differently? And I love metaphors. Y'all know this in the podcast. If you listen, I'm a metaphor lover and like future visual, you know, and it was like, go to the person who you know yourself to be, go to her. What is she doing? What is she eating? How does she live her life? What kind of marriage is she in? What kind of relationship is she in? And it's like, what makes you think if you close your eyes and you can see future you with all of the things you want, that you can't meet her and go walk and reverse engineer how the fuck did she get there? And so do you guys have maybe one or two powerful questions that our audience that's listening could ask themselves to help them identify who is it that they want to be before we wrap up today? I feel like you do.
I mean, actually, we get that all the time, that people are like, sometimes they have trouble figuring out who they want to be. They're not sure who they want to be. And I say, I really truly believe that you cannot know where you're going if you don't truly know where you are today. I think that it's important that people work on, because you know what? Sometimes we start off our weight loss journey looking almost too much into the future of how we want to look, what we're going to be doing. I'll be going to the gym 5 times a week. I'll be doing this. And we're not having deep enough conversations on who we are today. And once you know deeply what your values are today, we see so many people stuck 10 years ago, or even last year ago. You're like, oh, I'm super active. You haven't been active in like the last 3 to 6 months. So you're actually not active right now. Having that conversation and then owning it. So not having a conversation with yourself about who you are today and then having this pity party. It's having a conversation about who you are today, knowing deeply who you are today, what you value, what you prioritize. Because guys, life changes every freaking day. What you prioritized last week is probably different this week. Shit happens. And so having that connection with who you are today, owning up to it. And that is the first step to moving on and finding who you want to be today, tomorrow, the next day. And again, who you think you want to be when you're 55, you don't know that yet. All you know is, how do I want to end up this week? You know, because really, life changes, throws curveballs all the time. So it can be so difficult to look into the future and figure out who you want to be. And I just want to say this, please, if you start off a weight loss journey, imagine how freeing it is to not start off your weight loss journey focusing on how much weight you're going to lose. Like, imagine that. How about you start your weight loss journey knowing you start your weight loss journey with your weight loss, just like, okay, this is like almost like a course. It's almost like starting university. I'm learning how to create the life of my dreams. That's basically it. That's what you're doing. So I'm not saying I should lose 20 pounds before Christmas, or, oh, by 2022, I should be at my 50. I mean, those are all like motivational, but at the end of the day, they often take away from the day to day. They take away from you living your life day to day as well. So we just we say, imagine how freeing that is. You start off, there's no pressure. You're just like, girl, I am here to learn about myself. And I'm here to learn about who I want to create, because I don't even know I've lost myself. A lot of people have lost themselves. Like, society has a lot of checking in to do. Okay, that's it.
I have two pieces of advice, and people do ask us this all the time, because we keep saying, be who you want to be. And people will say, but I don't know who I want to be. And I would say, I want you to live your life for a week, and I want you to be present in your life. And I want you to take notes of moments that fill your bucket. And I'll give you examples for my life. For my life, when I'm on a patio, the sun is shining, I'm drinking a beer, I'm with my friends, that is bucket filling to me. So that is who I want to be. So I know that drinking beer is going to need to be a part of who I want to be, even that if that means accepting 20 more pounds. When I make my family's supper and my kids are all eating their vegetables and we're all sitting down, I know that's who I want to be, because that fills my bucket. I'm not doing that because I think society is telling me I should. I'm doing that because that genuinely is who I want to be. So that's just moments in my own life. But then I want you to look externally and look at people that inspire you. And I want you to say, what about them inspires you? So Erica, you inspire me because of your self-awareness. You inspire me because of your, I will move past no matter what trauma I've been through. I will be the CEO of my own life. That is inspiring to me about you. So I know I value that. So you need to look at your own life and take note of those moments. And you need to look at other people and say, why are they inspiring?
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. And I think I put JLo in my book. I love her and what she does. Not so much exactly her abs and her bum. Her bum's great, but we love you, JLo. But I love how she gets her ass up and she does it. And I hate that people are like, oh, easy for JLo because she has all this. No, her ass gets up at 4 a.m. and she sweats. The sweat comes off of her fucking head. No one sprays her and goes, that's JLo's sweat. I'm going to make JLo sweat. JLo sweats. JLo gets up. JLo does the exercise. JLo goes on stage in them big ass heels and her fucking cat suit and dances for I don't know how many hours. JLo does that with her legs and her body as her. So watch yourself if you're listening to this and being like comparing yourself and looking at people. Oh, easy for that person. It's like, no, this is a choice. Like what Jose, you said it in the beginning. I was like, yes, it is choices. And even just me, again, if I come back to the vulnerability, is like when I'm in my house and the choice for me, it's not junk food or like not eating. For me, it's like I will sit at the laptop and do my work and my business because that's a high value. My impact is a high value, and I know that it's tied to my worthiness. If I'm not serving people and being of service, am I actually worthy? And I know that that's bullshit, but that's the truth if I go to the depth of that. So it's like, cool, that's a big high value for me. But what's the point of helping people, serving people, being the queen of confidence, helping all these women if I myself don't go outside, walk, get some fresh air, move my back, get off the fucking laptop, eat my lunch, eat. Like my thing is like, I don't eat. And it's like, that is not good either. So it's like, oh, I don't eat junk food. Yeah, but you don't eat and you're not drinking enough water and you're not doing what you need to do. And it's like when I've been catching myself since I've joined I told you, Jose, when I was in the shower, I've like sent you a voice memo because my shower is really big. And I'm like, okay, so just join your
voicemail.
Whoa. You get voice messages from the Queen of Confidence while she's in the shower? That is next level, best friend.
Next level. It's next level. All my dreams come true. All my dreams come true, you guys.
I'm like, I'm sending them to people on Instagram. You don't know, but that sound is the water. It's a big shower. Like I can be out here and my phone gets a little splash, but not that much. Anyway, my husband hates that. He's like, why 17-hour showers? I'm like, I just answered all my DMs. Anyway, and I said to you, just by joining, I felt like the awareness had come. And it's interesting. I've had women join my program, pay all this money, and then they're like, they do all these things they've never done. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. They just paid the money and joined. So there is power in that. And I remember being like, right? I'm like, what am I doing right now? Who am I being right now? I'm being a woman who's a workaholic and not having a break. Do I love my body or hate myself? I treat myself with work like I hate myself? Do you treat yourself like you hate yourself with your food? Do you treat yourself like you hate yourself with the lack of movement in your body? Like, we're all in lockdown here in Melbourne, Australia, but I'm like, you ain't in lockdown. Your mind is in lockdown, but you're free. Can you go walk down the street? Yes. Can you be free and happy in your mind? Yes. So I think we punish ourselves because of what you guys said. We're just not aware. We're not even... I mean, I love that, Alicia, like paying attention to what you do every single day, like a diary, no shame diary. Okay, today I ate 17,000 Oreos. Great. And I didn't get up. And yesterday I did this. Okay, cool. And then you have a scan. No wonder you feel stressed out, exhausted, fucking tired, all that shit. Like, I love that.
All that society needs to do is up their self-awareness, and like that would create such a great world to be in. We keep saying that society is lacking self-awareness, but because they're scrolling. Everyone's scrolling and very much aware of what everyone else is doing. But I think that's why we're spending our time being so aware of what our neighbors are doing, what our friends are doing. And we keep saying we don't have time to know more about ourselves. And I love when you just friggin' put it out there, Erica, on your podcast about like investing in yourself. People don't invest in themselves. Heal your shit, talk to yourself, become your biggest friend. Like, people don't do that enough. Like, they're investing, you said, in so many like handbags and fancy shit and a new car and whatever. But they don't have $40 or $200 for themselves, to invest in them. Like, this is good. To invest in who they are, not in their shit, not in what they own, but who they are. People don't invest in that.
Who you are. I love it. I need to learn French.
Not what you have.
Do you hear the French? I hear the French. I hear it the whole time I've heard it. I'm like, yes, you go, girl. I feel like you just want to cut loose at us in French. You guys speak French as well, don't you?
I mean, I speak French, but I'm a bilingual. I learned it in school, not a second language, not spoken in my home. But when Josee and I are together, there's a lot of like half French, half English, few French sentences, some English. She just goes with it. Yeah.
I mean, I needed her to understand French to be partners because I get all like fired up sometimes. And j'y vais. J'embarque juste en français, puis c'est juste ça que c'est, faut que tu comprennes.
I love it. Oh my God. I love you guys. Okay. So last question for you. What do you do to create your confidence? And how did you build your awareness? Do you have a tool, a book, a statement, a quote? So what did you do to build your awareness and your, mindset? And then how do you keep your confidence levels high? 2 questions. Sorry. Okay, go.
So hard. Okay, so I mean, what's built right into Your Way Weight Loss, which is amazing. I know it wasn't about Your Way Weight Loss, but I mean, Josee gets the credit for this. She is the master reflector. Like, the shit that goes on in that girl's brain is next level. She's like, so I've been reflecting about my reflecting, and I've reflected that this reflection was not a good reflection. And I'm like, whoa. But she paved the way for me because I was someone who was afraid of my own thoughts. I was basically keeping myself busy so I didn't have to think about my unhappiness, and I would fill it with things, music, podcasts, content all the time. So for me, creating awareness in my own life was creating time in my day to reflect. And actually space. So my morning walk is my current time. It's not always the same. Sometimes it's before bed, sometimes right when I wake up. Right now it's my morning walk. There's 10 minutes, no music. I think about how I want to show up in the world that day, every day. And that's how I stay connected with the awareness piece.
What about confidence, Leash?
I don't know. Confidence? I don't know. Is confidence genetic, you guys? And I remember someone saying to Josee and I, oh, you guys are so confident. And I was like, wouldn't you be? I remember thinking, well, of course we are. And then I was like, wait, should I not be confident?
Yeah.
It never occurred to me not to be.
I think you're giving it a go. I think you're showing up to your life, like you're practicing it, you're doing it. Is there anything that helps you to like own it? Like maybe a pink jacket or hoops? Just kidding.
Hoops are a huge part of my superpowers. Yeah. You know what? I think even though I always wasn't confident in my body, I was always confident with who I was. And for me, creating small wins in my life, I was always a go-getter. I was always like, okay, I want that. I'm going to go get that. I'm going to achieve that. And I think no matter what that was, whether that was in motherhood or my career or whatever, those small wins created maybe they didn't create confidence. They created the illusion of confidence for me, but having those wins in my life and small wins, they don't need to be big, huge wins. Small wins creates confidence for me.
Yes. I love that. I love that.
And for when it comes to reflection, obviously our members, if they're listening, and I'm sure they are, because they're so excited for us to be on this podcast. Like they're like, oh my God, for them, like this is a big deal as much as it is for us. They know how I reflect a lot. So I can show up live and just go with it. And there's so much, I don't have notes. It's just all in my brain. And I just keep talking and talking and talking. I think it's going well. But I do reflect a lot. And I do think that's a little bit genetics because I see it in my dad and his reflections and his metaphors. That's why I love your freaking metaphors, Erica. We are twins. When you say shit and I'm like, I see it. I see what she's saying. I see like, oh yes. Like, and I know that you're just alone in your car. Every time I listen to your podcast, I'm like, I could start a podcast alone and just talk with my reflections because I have like so many things that I think about.
The reflection podcast.
Okay, wait, Josee, I know how you reflect though. You reflect by talking. You reflect by talking.
There we go.
That's exactly
and
what I was
not everyone say. And you do it to other people. You have friends in your life. You know, your husband is amazing for he just listens. He must just nod his head often. But you talk.
Yes.
But that's
talking
true.
is very much my way. Yeah. Yeah. I do think that talking is for sure my way. Like I don't have a journal. I don't write my feelings. I do think that the minute I have any feelings, I'm so transparent with it. If I'm annoying myself, I'll say out loud, oh my God, I'm such in a bad mood. I'm annoying myself. Everything comes out. And I truly believe that it allows me, if I get it out, it allows me more space, maybe for more reflection, but it just allows me more space to live my life. I've always been that way. I have high anxiety for weird moments in my life, like my pregnancies, or if I go on a trip, it's just things that I don't have control over, like the weather, the pilot is sick. Who knows, Erica? So many things can go wrong. So I'm like always nervous about these things. Maybe my baby has two heads. Who knows? Who knows? So I would go and ask my doctor and I'd be like, this week, I am nervous. My baby has two heads. And then and as ridiculous as that sounds, I don't care. It sounds ridiculous. These are my thoughts today. So I want to get them out so we can talk in rational ways. And she'd be like, well, I can almost guarantee you that your baby does not have two heads. And I'd be like, how can you prove it? She'd say, well, the ultrasound says it only has one head. I'm like, can we really trust it? She'd say, yeah. And I'm like, perfect, moving on. So I would get rid of the weird anxiety right away and I could move on and then go to the next thing. But you get what I mean? I do think that people don't talk enough or communicate and they keep that all bottled inside and they play it on autopilot all the time. Like get it out, 100%. See if it even makes sense.
We need to dump. Yeah.
Yes,
yep.
dump.
It's so true. I love that. And I love that your dad showed you that because obviously we know that our childhood does help us and or hurt us, but also if it hurts you, it still helps you in the future once you realize. But it's like, yeah, it's like seeing where this comes from. What about for you, your confidence? Like you guys know this already, that I think it is a practice. It's a thing that we're constantly trying to do, that we don't always feel confident and we suck and then we feel like shit. And then we're like, oh, I'm back to confidence town. So how do you feel like you create your confidence?
I love what Alicia said, that confidence comes from small wins, but confidence does come from experience, that you can show up. Confidence is not necessarily that look at me and it's not a look, it's a feeling, of course. So when you can show up somewhere where you feel at home, you feel confident. Think about Alicia and I are both teachers. I'm sure if we go back to our first year, where basically I'm afraid anyone raises their hand and asks me a question because I don't know anything. Like I feel like I know nothing. I'm teaching science and I hate it. So I'm like, please please just raise your hand because you want to go to the washroom and not because you want to ask me something about the cycle of life. That was me, not confident in front of a class, yet I knew that I was born to be a teacher. I just like needed experience. And I think it's the same for Your Way Weight Loss, like us showing up every week, we press play without thinking. We press, let's go live, let's show up. And I'm sure you do the same, Erica. And you know why you feel confident in this is because you have passion, you have knowing. When you have knowing in something, confidence just comes. So I feel like I have knowing in being myself. Oh, I just had a full circle, you guys. Okay. Because I know myself so deeply, because my self-awareness is so high, and I show up as myself all the time, it's almost like it's easy for me to do it and be myself and be confident because I know my shit. I know me so much. And I'm like, okay with it. I've owned it. So I show up. I'm confident. But it's when you don't know who you are and you keep showing up kind of in a fake way, then you can't show up with confidence. So it starts with self-awareness, you guys. You need to know who you are. Own it. Then confidence
that
comes.
word yet today? Like self-awareness. Self-awareness. Who is the self that is you? Oh my God, I love that so much. I love that so much because it's true. Byron Katie, when I interviewed her, who I was just like mind blown, I was like, what? You know how you ask these stupid questions at the end of a podcast, like, what's your favorite book? Well, who is the biggest mentor in your life? What's your favorite quote? What's your rap? And I'm asking fucking Byron Katie these rapid fire questions. I don't know why. I was so damn nervous. I don't even know who was speaking through me at that point. And I'm like, is there a book that's changed your life? It's Byron Katie. And she's like, The Book of Me. And I'm like, oh, The Book of Me. What book is that? And I'm like, who's the author of that book? And she's like, The Book of Me. I'm always reading the book of me, who I am, what I'm about. And I was just like, of course you were going to say that. Thanks, Byron Katie. On to the next question. It was just like, wow, like you're obsessed with knowing who you are, by knowing who you're not, by awareness, self-awareness, and the reflection of the reflection. And that's what we have to say today.
And happiness, like happiness comes from that, you guys, like happiness, true happiness, because you know yourself so much. So imagine if you knew, when you know your kids so much, so you know exactly how to say shit so that there's no trauma and no like traumatic freak out, because you know them, you know what they need to hear, you know what kind of love they need, whatever, you know them so much, right? They're you, or you've like made them. So you know how to speak to them, you know how to like serve them. It's the same when you know how to make them truly happy. You know what their little things are, Imagine if we knew ourselves so deeply and we could just treat ourselves like if we knew what actually made us happy. C'est pas compliqué. Most of the times it's not even complicated what we need for happiness, right? But we don't even take the time to know who we are.
Yes. Oh my God. I love you guys. Can we be neighbors? Move in. Come on. Okay. So I think that we need to do another episode like later down the track about this. Here's what we want to challenge you, the listeners, on. If any of this activated, charged, triggered, excited, questioned, all the things came up for you, please send us a message. So we're going to tag them on Instagram. We're going to pop everything in the show notes. We want to know, what questions do you have? What more do you want to hear from these incredible queens? You guys, I honestly believe this. You guys know I don't know you, but I do know you. But like, I honestly believe that what you are doing is life-changing, and there needs to be more of this around the world, and that you need to have billions of people in your program, because like there needs to be 17 more of you both, because this world needs this so badly. Not weight loss necessarily, not a diet, not the perfect body. The world needs what Your Way to Weight Loss is doing. If you love this, if you're like, fuck, who are these women? They're like my spirit animals. I love them. Just like I do. Where can we find you? What is your, where can we find you? Tell us the program, a little bit maybe about how it works for people that are like impatient like me and don't want to go to the website and they want to hear it now. And then they do go to the website. Can you tell us in a little brief thing?
So, where can they find us? Everywhere. And also, I think everywhere, legit, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all under Your Way Weight Loss. Facebook. We are very, very present on social media. So quickly, just by finding us on pick your favorite platform, whether it is, if you're like a TikToker and you like looking at TikToks, you will love us there. If you're someone that really spends time on Instagram, that's your platform of choice. Go to our Instagram. You'll get tons of things there. And Facebook, we have our Facebook page, but we also have a closed Facebook group called Sneak Peek Your Way Weight Loss, YWWL. And again, tons of videos, tons of just our presence, right? Our message is there. It's clear. It's loud. So tons of free shit on the internet, you guys. Go and check it out. We show up we love showing up. Again, it's easy for us to press play. It's easy for us to go there and talk because we're so passionate about it and it's who we are. Like, it's not hard at all for us to show up so consistently on our social media. So please go and find us there. Okay, Leash, go in and tell them what they can expect when they join Your Way Weight Loss.
Well, if you want to go to the website, you can go to yourwayoursupport.com, and it's a community. So you join, you get immediate access to our Facebook community. We have a course waiting for you. It's called Be Your Best. We have sections called Your Calorie Deficit, which is going to explain exactly how a human body loses weight. That's actually the easy part. Then we get into your habits, your mindset, your happiness, where we will prompt you and probe you until you figure out what you need to be you and how to be happy while losing weight. We have the most epic cookbook on the internet, because I made it. It is like one of my children. Over 150 recipes. That is just easy. There's no magic in our recipes, but there's just ideas. You get access to a community group. And we just show up every week with a new topic. Josee and I together, we do a duo, and we just talk at you for 30 minutes with a reflection sheet. And we just remind you of who you want to be. We remind you of what is possible. And we remind you that you do want this time. And that the key is to just not give up. That's the secret. Is everyone listening? The secret is to not give up this time.
And what's so important is for you, like, you guys need to know that there's also a team waiting for you. Okay. So we have, we're 6 of us, 4 wonderful women, that are a part of Your Way Weight Loss. They've lost their weight. And now there's 6 of us running the show, right? Alicia and I are the faces that are on all platforms, showing up, giving our message. When you join, that's when you really connect with team. So we call them Team, 4 amazing women. And you can email them any day, anytime, for anything. You also receive an email every single day from them with content, like just fun, easy content to read. Our members love it. They're like, the email didn't come out this morning. And then Alicia's like, oh my God, because she's like in charge of, so sometimes there's some technology, like maybe once or twice. I'm just saying that as in people love it. Okay. People love it. They love it. Yeah. They love reading the content, and they certainly realize if there's a glitch in the system where they didn't get it. It's actually hilarious. She's like, oh, I love that people are reading it then. And like Alicia said, we show up every week. So every week there's a theme of the week, of course. So where Alicia and I film like a meeting together. And on top of that, we show up every day on our community group, just a short live, just to say, hey, keep you inspired, keep you going. And then there's Team. Team is there for any goal setting, advice, accountability, motivation, support. So, having access to humans 24/7 is an amazing resource that I think that, everyone should be aware of, that exists.
That is the freaking bomb. Honestly, it is and it's so doable. Like, it sounds like they're giving you everything, and they are, and it's so accessible. It's so accessible. You're so accessible. You're so relatable. The team is amazing. The support is amazing. A lot of my sisterhood women have joined as well, and they're very excited that we're doing this podcast, and they're very excited that you're going to come into sisterhood and do a little something with us, because all of the women that I have, all of us have an issue with our body, want to lose weight, can't do it. It's another hard thing, feel alone, all that jazz. Most of my women, not every single one of them, but like you said, 90%. So we're going to be making some babies together, some Queen of Confidence, Your Way to Weight Loss babies. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean. Very excited.
Well, yes, and we love it. We're here for it. And I love that you said that. It literally, sometimes people are like, they say comments like they don't have weight to lose, so they don't need to join Your Way Weight Loss. I'm like, Your Way Weight Loss is for everyone. You could want to work on body image. You could want to work on positivity. You could want to work on your happiness. You could want to work on self-awareness. You could want to work on weight loss. All of it is so combined and so linked. And so basically sometimes in your life, you need a pep talk for weight loss. And sometimes in your life, you need a pep talk for your body image. And sometimes in your life, you need a pep talk for your happiness and your priorities and your values. And what we do is we provide like this big bunch of tools in your little toolbox, and while you're living your life, you're going to grab what you need at that time. It offers everything that one would need for the rest of their lives. That's why we want you to keep once you lose your weight, you keep it up. You keep that happiness up by whatever. Sometimes you need a little bit of a push for weight loss. Okay. Sometimes you're like done with that piece and you want body image. Okay, cool. There's something for that as well. It's your way. So we really took that title seriously. We made sure that everyone could figure out their way to keep connected to their happiness.
I love you guys. We're going to come back because I think the business ladies would really benefit from hearing about how you do business and how you've created what you've created. So that's going to be a part 2 for the business ladies out there, because that would be a great conversation. You guys are amazing. Yeah, I think that'd be a great conversation. We love you. You're amazing. Thank you for being my friends and being incredible and finding me across the ocean. Last thing, we're going to wrap. Last thing, you're doing an event. Will there be a replay of this event by any chance? Is there like a replay of this Choose Happy event that you guys are running? And it's going to be on the website.
Yes. So basically the event, so please go and check where you are in the world, because depending on your time zone, it'll be a different day. It's almost like when we're in Canada, we didn't feel like people lived in a different day. But Erica, you're like one day ahead of us. But anyways, for us in time zone ADT, it's October 29th at 6:30 p.m. So it is that day. That's the event. It's live. But when you purchase your ticket, you have access to it for a whole 2 weeks to watch it anytime with just the link. So there is access to watching it for a whole 2 weeks after the event.
We're going to put it in the show notes. We're going to put all the links. We're going to put everything there. We love you so much. I'm so excited thank you for the work that you're doing for the women of the world. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being who you are. Go and find these beautiful creatures. They are incredible, hilarious, so lovely. Like they'll like your best friends. They're just the best. So thank you. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Erica, we love you. Thank you so much.